Hey guys, this is Bruce, and that's Yuri, and this is Make Money, Make Out, and we're talking about. I'm just gonna be very frank with you guys. What we're gonna do is do a live reaction of the tax laws that have just happened. This is specifically about the Trump tax laws that have changed, and I want to show you guys how it affected us directly. Okay, so just to give you some ideas, and this is our fault. Like we shouldn't have been sole proprietors. We shouldn't have. We shouldn't have relied so heavily on all of our write-offs, our expenses for the year. We do our businesses. You know, a smarter way to do it would have been to do an LLC. So we got ourselves to blame, right? But let's talk about this. So the corporate taxes have been reduced greatly, right? And so the reason they did that was so that the corporations could be more productive and then maybe increase the salaries of their employees, and then that would stimulate the economy. What they did was they did mostly corporate buybacks of their stocks, which still actually helps them out. You know, that helps them out quite a bit, which in turn helps the economy a bit. So that's true. So with middle class, like people like us, they reduced the tax by what, 4%? 5%, something. It depends on your tax bracket. It's anywhere from 3% to 5%, right?
But let me to be exact, so that we're not
Yeah, we're not just throwing numbers around. We'll put the actual numbers here, and she's gonna look it up right now. But what I really want to talk about is all the write-offs that have been eliminated. So that's the real story here. Like that's the real story. Like yes,
bothering me the most.
Yes, the taxes have been quote unquote dropped 4% for the average American, and 15% for corporations, 14%. Right? Which is crazy. And I think like 2% for the ultra rich, right? But most people who are ultra rich have a company. That's a smart move, right? So shame on us for not having a company, first off. But yes, let's get the actual numbers. Let's just put the numbers here. We'll put the numbers like right over here. Right over here. Just put it right there.
I'm just like ridiculously mad.
Okay, can we start reading those write-offs that have been reduced?
Okay, so
removed?
After reviewing, this is coming from a legit site, okay?
What's
MarketWatch.com.
MarketWatch.com. It's a pretty good site.
Which is what we would use before doing stocks.
It's not a random blog.
This is not a random person's blog.
This is a big site.
This is a money.
Like this is like Investopedia. This is like
Investopedia, yeah.
A lot of people use MarketWatch. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so after doing all our taxes, I was like, what happened? Like, I don't see the money because we're a sole proprietor, and because we did not make that much before, and so we kept it as sole proprietorship.
Right.
And also with our personal jobs, we had a lot of expenses. So I'm not seeing it in the final tax return summary. So just now I researched on what has happened, and it says all the miscellaneous expense
that's been cut.
Has been cut.
Expenses that you would normally be able to write off at the end of the year. Which affects a lot of middle class folks like us who have a sole proprietor, do a business from their house, do a business, small kind of side business, and that's
not
what we.
Not just that, baby, but the personal part. If you don't have a business and you're just a middle class,
you still have write-offs.
Who has a job? There's certain stuff that you can do a write-off at the end of the year, such as expenses. Okay, giving an example, as my job before in the medical field, and I'd go to people's houses, and that job was not that was not a high paying job. But I said, hey, how about me driving to my
because you had to pay for
veteran
gas.
Clients.
You have to pay for gas, maintenance of your car, and it's quite a bit. It was a lot.
For me driving to my veteran clients, they said specifically that they're not paying me because at the end of the year I can claim the miles to IRS because my clients are paid by the government.
But now you can't. Okay, what other expenses can you? Let's just go down the list.
My husband works from home, so of course our bill is doubled. because he works 8
Bills
to 9
meaning
hours.
utilities. Our utilities are more because I work from home. So the electricity,
the internet.
I've got to have a faster internet connection. We use the phone a lot more. Things
Water.
like that are higher because I work. This is my home office. This right here is my home office. So we can write that off. There's a certain amount that's written off per year on that. Like that's legit. That's not. There's no.
That's not like a
scam. That's not. That's a legit thing that we've been doing for years. But now that's gone. But could you read the list of all the other things that are gone?
Okay, let me read it to you. Okay, so I was like.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
For 2018.
Start from the top. 2018. Okay.
2018.
Right.
To 2025, tax cuts.
Okay.
And Jobs Act.
All right, go.
Okay. Because most folks didn't have enough. Okay, like let me read it from the top. Okay, this tax cuts eliminates write-offs for miscellaneous itemized expenses that were previously subject to the 2% of adjusted gross income (AGI) deduction threshold. That meant your total miscellaneous expenses had to exceed now 2% of the AGI or you got no write-off. If they did exceed the threshold, you could only deduct the excess. And then below that, AGI is the number on the last line of your Form 1040. It includes all taxable income items and certain write-offs, such as deductible IRA contributions and self-employed health insurance premiums. Because most folks did not have enough miscellaneous expense to exceed the 2% of the AGI deduction threshold, this disallowed write-off never got much attention, but it was an important tax for some people, and that's not some people. That's middle class.
Okay. Could you just get to the list? Get to the list.
Okay, list affected miscellaneous expense.
These are things that are no longer
existing in your tax.
You can no longer write these things off.
Tax-related expenses, tax preparation expenses, tax advice fees, other fees and expenses incurred in connection with the determination, collection, or refund of any tax. Expenses related to investments and production of taxable income, investment advisory fees and expenses, clerical help and office rent for office used to manage investments, expenses for home office used to manage investments. That's us. Depreciation of computer and electronics.
That's also
used
us.
to manage investments. That's us. Fees to collect interest and dividends. Your share of investment expenses pass through to you from partnership, LLC, or S corporation.
So that still works.
So anything that you have from a partnership that is passed through any investment that was like connected to that passed through a corporation,
that would work.
It's not there anymore.
Not there anymore. Wow. So it doesn't even work for partnerships.
Your share of investment expenses.
Okay. That
from
portion.
Partnership.
Okay, got it.
To LLC.
Okay.
Next, safe deposit box rental fee for box used to store investment items and documents.
Okay.
Other investment-related fees and expenses. Hobby expenses limited to hobby income. Like before, if you had a boat and you make like 100, 200,000, that was kind of like a tax write-off something. If you had a solar, like some stuff, that were in the personal side of your like tax return, that when you file it had that before. So another one is IRA.
How long is this list? Are you halfway through?
I'm still in the like the miscellaneous expense. Okay, another one is IRA custodian fee or custodian
So
fees.
no IRA write-offs, period. Got it.
Listen, IRA trustee custodian fees if separately billed to you and paid by you as the account owner.
Okay.
Another one is loss of liquidation of traditional IRAs. If you lost money from the IRA and you want to put it that's no longer existing. Bad debt loss for ill-fated loan made to employer to preserve your job. Next one, damages paid to former employer for breach of employment contract.
So you paid an employer or you paid an employee. They didn't do the work. That's no longer a write-off.
So these are common miscellaneous expense. Now let's go to normal people who don't have side businesses and reimburse employee business expenses. Education expenses, which means that affects us too, because we renew. My husband and I has to renew our certifications.
Yeah, certifications that I do. That's gone. Like I've got a few IT certifications that I have to pay for every year. Expenses. Education, like stuff that I have to continue to do to maintain that certification, and so does Yuri. So we have to pay those every year. It used to be a write-off, and it's not even that much, but all like of these things really add up.
It's $200, but you know what? If you're spending that for education so that you can work and pay your taxes.
Okay. Go to the next thing. Go to the next thing.
Okay, so that's education expenses related to your work as an employee.
Right. That's not even a business.
Next one. Travel expenses related to your work.
They cut travel expenses. That is freaking crazy. You work for a job like. Oh man. Okay, keep going.
Those are expenses that are not reimbursed by the company where you work.
Right.
Next one. Passport fees for business trip.
Of course, because why would they allow you to get that? Keep going.
Next one. Professional society dues. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, professional society is like you're in
a club.
ISSA is like one I have for information system security, and it's like you would sometimes maintain fees to stay into that organization that would help you to maintain your certification. That's similar. I don't think they have fees anymore, but I don't.
Professional license fees.
That's me. Anyway, keep going.
Another one. Subscription to professional journals and trade publications.
Wow.
Another one. Home office used regularly and exclusively in your work as an employee for the convenience of your employer.
That's me. Keep going.
Another one is depreciation of the computer that your employer requires you to use.
Right.
If you have to pay for your own to get your job.
Anyway, next
one. Tools and supplies used in your work as an employee.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, so there's how many? Wait, no. How many more? Because we're already 13 minutes.
There's 3 more. Let's just keep going, guys, so that you can actually relate of what else are gonna affect you. Another one: work clothes and uniforms, if required for your work and if not suitable for everyday use.
So, in other words, if you're a security guard and you're required to go and purchase a certain outfit, certain clothing, all black clothing, for example, with like cargo pants or something like that, you're a security guy. That's part of your job. So but the corporation you work for, it doesn't pay for that. Or they pay for part of it. They pay for your beanie, they pay for your shirt, but you got to get the slacks and you got to get the shoes. So you have to come out of your own pocket for that. Normally that was a tax write-off. They're saying, you know what, hey, you're working, you're stimulating the economy. That's a tax write-off. You're doing that for work. Okay, that's a tax write-off. Now, no more. That's all you. Okay, keep going.
Legal fees related to your work as an employee.
Wow.
Another one is job search expenses to seek new employment in your current profession. Yes. There's more. Yeah, but that was the breakdown.
All right, so what do you guys feel about this? I'm pretty mad. I'm pretty upset.
I'm really mad.
I really thought that out of everything in this administration, this would be one good thing. Honestly, I honestly believe that this would be one good thing out of this whole thing. And I'm not saying everything he did or the administration did was some of their. Here's the thing: their ideas, I get it. Normally, like I get the ideas, but the way they implement it is really dumb. Like 9 times out of 10, really dumb. This right here, this is not a good idea. This is not a good idea because the economy.
This is targeting the middle class.
Yes, this is all middle class stuff. That's what's shocking about this. Is that all of those write-offs are things that we would use every year. And I'm sure many other Americans, whether they have a business or not, are using these same tax write-offs. This is really a problem.
And mind you, like combining our income, it's a lot of money. It's like a salary of another American citizen.
I don't know what to say, guys. I'm speechless.
I'm really mad, and you know what? I'm not even disagreeing with that wall thing because I think U.S. needs protection. But here, all of the stuff that we legit use are legit in our tax return every year. Like for personal and like sole proprietor side of our business are gone, both gone. And that's not cool, I thought this country is pro-capitalism, and we just started. We were gonna make LLC, but we did not make that much before to qualify.
We can qualify. It's not a qualification. It's basically if we have a LLC, basically it's cost us the expenses to do the LLC and go through a tax person and have somebody manage our books and all that kind of stuff would be almost as much as we make total per year because we don't make that much yet. We can see it growing, but we're reinvesting to keep it growing so that eventually we can even hire some people. So we were waiting to get to that point, right? And many other Americans do the same thing. Especially if you're a professional, if you're a lawyer or you're a paralegal, not a lawyer because they probably have enough money already. But like if you're a paralegal and you do stuff on the side, or if you're a CPA and you have a professional certification or degree and you do that on the side, that's your side work. These are the kind of people who do sole proprietors. And then eventually, if you ever get big, if you have an office and all that kind of stuff, you need an LLC, you need an S corp or whatever you're going to do for legal protection and all that kind of stuff. But we're not there yet, right? So we were building up to that point.
This is ridiculous, guys.
I don't know what to say, guys. What do you guys think?
I don't care who's in office, really. But if you're messing with all of these things that affects our lives every month, including IRA and all of that, I know everybody we know who don't want to have a business, who just want to work and provide for their family.
That's still right.
All of them have
they're all affected by
IRA.
this.
Not just them, but Americans.
So, and here's the thing: how many filthy rich people even need an IRA? Right? They hit IRA hard. We don't even have an IRA, okay? So I don't even. But I'm talking about middle class Americans who do have an IRA, because most of us have that, and they hit that hard. Like your fees for going for consulting for it, your fees for pulling it in, for all of those things that you do.
Pulling in and out, but the normal fees that you would
incur from IRA
in just like processing.
They hit it hard, man, and
it's ridiculous.
I'm so disappointed. But you know what? You won't see me marching in the streets. You won't see what you're gonna see. What you're gonna see is me voting. That's what you're gonna see. I'm gonna protest with my vote because this is ridiculous.
Vote and fight for your.
Some of these people are okay with this. I guess. Some of you guys are okay with it.
I'm not okay with it.
Please tell me why. Please tell me how you're okay with what just happened.
You know why I'm not okay with it? Because when I chose my job in the healthcare as a CNA, I was specifically serving veterans. And they told us that, all our expense in driving around is going to be a write-off. And I can claim that because all of those gas expenses and maintenance of our car, that costs us thousands of dollars a year, are not paid by the company. And then this is not what's going to happen to me, at the end of the year. That's not cool.
All right, guys, we're going to end it here. Just look at it. What we'll do is we'll put it in the links, the Market Watch article that we saw, and any other resources that we that we have. We'll put it down below. And wow, I'm shocked. I'm surprised no more people aren't upset about it. Maybe they don't know yet. Maybe they haven't done their taxes yet.
They have not done.
Some people are starting to say it. Like, you're going to see this more and more as April 17th rolls around. More and more people are going to see what's happening. This is. I have no words for this. I have no words. But hey, get what you voted for, right? See you later.